Next up, we've got my dad. Big Ben Rothwell returns to the octagon. Look at this. Right? Daddy making his comeback, taking on Marcin Tybura in another big, sloppy heavyweight fight. Big Ben is a lumbering heavyweight. Dude is large, solid power. However, he's got some gas tank issues. He has been cracked a couple times in the last couple fights, but his durability has been holding up. He's on a 2-fight win streak. It's the first win streak he's been on in quite some time. Ben has an underrated submission game, and his win over Stefan Struve, we need to talk about, highly questionable. Highly questionable. He nutshots the poor guy, hits him in the cup like 3 times, damn near gets DQ'd, has 2 points taken away, 0 hope of winning the fight if it goes to the judges, so he goes nuts and KOs the chinny Stefan Struve. That very, very questionable fight altogether there, but he gets the win. And then Big Ben gets in there against OSP, nail biter, but we cashed in on Dad for that one. Big Ben is basically durable. He hits hard. He wades in. He's got low output. He kind of manages himself over the course of the fight, but he gasses late. He's getting older. There's a lot to not like on Ben Rothwell. You've got to be very, very careful betting this guy. Yeah. No moose. He's my dad. Dude. Pick Ben. Do laugh. What, Roberto? What laugh? What laugh am I doing? besides my laugh, I don't know what laugh we're talking about. All right. So Marcin Tybura, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt, one of my favorite fades in the heavyweight division. I don't like him. I think he's capped out. I think he's a guy that we've just seen the best of already, and he's very low tier in the UFC. He's heavy on his feet. He's got a 48% takedown offense, and he averages 1.69 takedowns per 15 minutes, and then he just lays on his opponents. He lays on them against the cage. If he gets them on the mat, he lays on top of them. He gasses out worse than Big Ben does. This is going to be a very low-volume fight. This is going to be a very sketchy fight. And, I mean, I have to pick Ben here. I've got to pick Ben because he hasn't been taken down since 2013. I mean, Marcin's going to look for the takedown. Marcin, I don't think, is going to be more active than Ben is on the feet. He likes to bounce around a lot but do a whole lot of nothing. But then neither of these guys have very much output. So this is a weird spot that I'm just not sure what to do. If this line keeps crashing, I will take the shot on Ben Rothwell because a lot of money is coming in for Marcin Tybura. Now, Ben was all the way up at like minus 200 a little earlier, and I don't like that at all. No way am I laying minus 200 at this stage on Ben Rothwell. And he's basically fighting a mirror of himself that's maybe just a little bit shittier in Marcin Tybura. So I understand betting the dog when you're getting plus 170, plus 180, because this is going to be super close and super sketchy. Ben has an underrated submission game himself, so if Marcin does look for the takedown, there's an opportunity for him to possibly win by submission there. His grappling is incredibly underrated. On the feet, I think Ben is a little bit better. I think Ben is just a little bit higher output, but it's going to be awful. It's going to be awful. So, yeah, and Zabel, absolutely right. It's going to be so hot on Yaz Island, they're going to get gassed out quick. If only. I would love to see Big Ben win by first round flying knee KO. Josh Jones, the over is the one that might be the way to go on this one. However, I think the bookies are probably going to see what we see. It's probably going to be a 2.5. It might be juiced at minus 200 or something like that, expecting this thing to go the distance. We'll see when that line comes out. But yeah, I think the over is definitely in play here. So I'm going to go ahead and say that Big Ben wins this fight. I'm going to lean towards Big Ben. However, I'm not paying minus 165. So if enough people come in on Tybura to push that down, if I can get, almost a pick'em price, maybe 130, something like that on Ben, I'll be tempted. Plus, I can't go against my dad. It's just impossible to bet him. I can't believe that he hasn't flown me out to corner him for this fight. Ben Rothwell, why is my phone not ringing. Do you not understand that Ben Askren and Chase Hooper have set the world on fire with that daddy-son gimmick they've got go back and forth? You and I can do the same thing. We've got the same head. We've got the same shape. I've got the beard. I look just like you. We could do a father-son social media thing, and it would help us both out. Have your agent call me.